Hey, another beautiful day here in the Bahamas, and I'm about to go frolic in that little sandbar over there. But first, let me tell you about these lobsters that we caught the other day. So, spiny lobster here in the Bahamas is actually the number one export for the country. It's meat. To me, it tastes pretty much like Maine lobster. Although they do come in general in bigger sizes than what you buy in the grocery store, the Maine lobster you buy in the grocery store. And I'm just gonna show you real quick right now the kinds of spots where you can look for on Google Maps. That looks kind of lobstery. There are a lot of island chains like this that separate the deep water from the bayside shallow water. So here there's a lot of current, there's a lot of life, and places that's not sand, that's not grass, but rocky coral formations. That's where you want to look. These guys live under rocks, and in the Bahamas, you find them everywhere. You find them in 0 feet of water, really shallow water, and that's where we were today. We stayed over in the sound side, a little bit out of the choppy waters, and we definitely ran into a bunch. So we'd be swimming and swimming, and first thing you really see are its antennas poking out of a hole. They're always prodding along, trying to sense what's out there, and so that's how you know they're there. And once you know where they are, you can grab them, with gloves. They are spiny. Spiny lobsters are spiny. You can grab them with gloves. You can shoot them with like a prawn pole spear. I know some people use like a hooking device to get them out of there. If you do grab them by their antennas, make sure you grab them at the base of their antenna so they don't break loose. The antenna doesn't come off like you see what happened here with a big fat guy, really big guy that I lost. I didn't get any good shots of me grabbing them, but here they are. I swear they're not from Safeway, and let's cook.
This guy's first because he's talking a lot.
There you go. All right.
Bye. One down.
All right, this guy's name is Dietrich. I'm getting the meat out of him. Twisting the skin of the tails, and this guy goes by. This is Stefan. Twisting, go by. And last but not least, Emery. Say hi, Emery. And we do a little twist. Oh, that's sharp.
Twist. Do not let me. There you go.
Still got something to say. Okay, and then yeah. All right. So our lobster has now turned into a puree of cubes, and we got mostly lobster, but also one little reef squid. You can see its beautiful eyes right here. We're gonna chop it up a little bit, and then we'll put it in, make a fried rice with it. Hey, so now we got we're on the boat, we got a walk, and we got this burner off Amazon, high 100,000 BTU burner. You want a high heat for anything wok related, and we're gonna make a lobster fried rice. We got lobster that's pretty finally chopped up. We got one reef squid. I shot one reef squid, and that's also chopped up in there. So this is fresh. When we were cutting it, the lobster was actually twitching. It was like, it's that fresh. Of course, you gotta have rice. Make sure the rice is as hard as it can be. You can leave it in the fridge overnight if it's not hard, but you want it to be grainy. And we got your essentials. Got some egg, beaten egg, and green onion with garlic. Is soy sauce, of course, and I like to put a little bit of fish sauce and everything. Give it a little bit of Asian flavor. You can use real peppers, or we're on a boat, so we got everything in containers. And yeah, now I think we're all set to start cooking here. Alrighty, we got the burner on. The wok is kind of crooked, but it's on there. And the first thing you want is to have some oil. Just any old cooking oil will do. Let's hope the wok doesn't fall in the water. It is very crooked. All right, putting some on the side. Let's hope the waves don't pick up. And we want to have it cooked to be shimmering. Once it's fully heated and shimmering, we can start putting stuff in. It's very precarious. I'm gonna hold on tight. Well, it's getting there, but let's just dump this in there. Egg. Okay, got all the egg in there. And we're halfway to an omelet. We're not making an omelet today. We are making lobster fried rice. How many lobsters we got? 7 or 8 lobsters in there, so it's a good amount of protein. We'll see if the rice we have is enough. Okay, now got the green onions, garlic. Just dump that all in there. Just get that in there without dropping the whole thing in the ocean. See, the egg on the bottom is kind of becoming an omelet. You want to move it around so that doesn't happen. If you have enough oil, cooking oil, it shouldn't be a problem. And of course, this is a non-stick. It's a non-stick wok, so that definitely helps. It's a new wok, so popping the wok cherry today. All right, just gonna let it cook. Let that cook. And now we can add in a splash of soy sauce, and also a splash of this fish sauce. And keep that stirring. Make sure nothing gets caught on the bottom. Nothing gets burnt on the bottom. Everything gets cooked evenly. And it is cooking evenly, looks like. Yeah, good thing today it's a non-wavy day. Otherwise, we're gonna have problems. Okay, now once the proteins are pretty much cooked, pretty close to being cooked, you want to put in the rice. Essentially, the rice is, it's not much not a whole lot going on there. If it looks a little dry or a little bit too hard, you can always splash on more oil, splash on a little bit more soy sauce. But right now that looks perfect. Just need to let that all mix in there. Mix in there. Any food that falls in the water, we've got a barracuda that follows us around. I can show you later a video guy. He every time we come to the Bahamas, there's a barracuda that comes around, follows our boat just so they can catch a nibble of whatever we let fall in the water. Finally, we got the red pepper. You know, you got the big opening and the small opening, depending on your taste, but we'll put just a little bit, sprinkle that on there. Okay. If you prefer your rice a little bit on like the wetter, mushier side, you can definitely cover this and let it sit for a while. For me, I prefer it dry. I think most people prefer it dry. Like you got the actual individual grains in there. Taste the actual individual grains. So I think that is wet. That's the perfect level of wetness. We'll just let that cook a while. Once it's a bit crusty, well done on the bottom, then the rest of it should be good to go also. So yeah, we'll give that a moment, and then we'll serve it. We're now washing a couple of sprigs of cilantro, and smelling really good, and we're just gonna sprinkle that on top. Cilantro, you'll just cut up real fine, and then we can go ahead and get some in our plate. All right, so yep, the bits and pieces of squid, that's squid, and the other pieces of lobster, it looks pretty well cooked. And in the afternoon sun, it's looking delicious. Delicious. All right. A little bit more. Okay. I'm just going to grab some of that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And yeah, let's see how it tastes. Okay. Lobster fried rice. Lobster and squid fried rice. I'm going to give it a go. Get a bit of everything. Onions, cilantro, and I got a little piece of lobster. And damn, that is good. The lobster is still very, still super tender, you know. Oh man. Delicious, delicious.